Hey guys, I just wanted to wish a happy new year to everybody and I hope it goes well for you and I hope you had a good time over the holidays too. Now I wanted to make this quick video showing you about the discrimination that's starting to happen against Chinese people, and this is blatant discrimination from the collective West, the cabal, whatever you want to call, which unfortunately my country is part of, the country I'm living in, which is Australia, and this is the main kind of propaganda website here. So in this article, it doesn't matter which article, this is just what the government is starting to do. But in this article, what was interesting as well is if you come down here, they list the countries that have also introduced similar measures, I guess, to kind of justify it. And yeah, we got the usual subjects. We got the US, England, and France, obviously. They always do stuff together, like invading other countries like Afghanistan and Iraq and all this kind of stuff. That's just the thing to do, stealing oil from the Middle East. So very kind of expected. Then we have Malaysia over here, and Malaysia is an interesting character because while Malaysia, the previous government was actually quite friendly with China, and China created a lot of developments for them, and the new atlas has way more in-depth information about it. But basically, the Americans with the NGOs eventually got their wish, and they installed their own guy as the prime minister there. So the guy in Malaysia, leading Malaysia now, the new prime minister there, or president, or whatever it is now aligned more with the US, and he went in and he started to like re-examine all these contracts with China and cancel, I think, a lot of them. So it's fair, guys. So I can see Malaysia doing it, and then you have India. Now, that was interesting because I thought, well, India is part of the BRICS. Why would they list them as having discriminated against China? And I could be wrong, but all the articles I found pertaining to India kind of had this. It said that they don't really need to panic about it, which is what I would expect because, first of all, even though they have a border disputes with China, I feel like Indian and Chinese relation are getting stronger and stronger, especially since this war that kicked off, and all the nonsense that brought up, and kind of revealed what the West is really all about. And I think India didn't buy it, and so now I think they're aligning themselves with China a bit more. So it seems to me they haven't done anything different, and it seems like they're not panicking over it. But I could be wrong about this, so maybe I need to do a bit more in-depth research and to see. So tell me if I'm wrong about it, but it seems like India shouldn't be part of the list, and yet it's been justified in this article. But this is blatant discrimination. Like, COVID isn't a thing anymore, and I think I had COVID like probably a week ago. I had it again, but nobody in Australia gets tested for it, and people just have it, and yeah, they get over it, and it's done. Like, we probably have as much COVID as China has, but we just don't care anymore. So this is blatant discrimination. And my question to the Chinese is, like, I heard like a bunch of Chinese people got locked up in France because everybody was tested positive and they all got quarantined. And my question is, like, why would you go to these countries that are discriminating against you specifically? To me, that doesn't make sense. When I went traveling recently, I went to countries like Vietnam, Thailand, which was neutral, and Vietnam is supportive of Russia, for example. Thailand just is neutral, and certainly both countries had absolutely no laws when it came to like getting tested for COVID if you don't have a vaccine, which I don't. So I specifically chose countries which were not discriminating against me because those are the countries where they wanted to give money to. Whereas I really wanted to go to Taiwan. I would have loved to stop there, but at the time, I think Taiwan has dropped their vaccine discrimination a little bit now, but they still have a lot of mask rules, which I don't like. Like, I don't want to go around and go to the gym and wear a mask, or wear a mask everywhere. So I'm not going to have a good time doing that. So I'm not going to go to the country, and I'm not going to give them any of my cash, even though it's a country I would like to visit. I'm not going to go to a country that's going to discriminate, right? So why does China want to go to countries like Australia? Don't go. There are plenty of cool places to see, and I know Australia has a nice beach, but like, the fact that Australia is supporting Nazis in Ukraine and war crimes and is promoting this war, I feel dirty spending any like money here, and I can't wait till I'm in a position to get out. And like I want to leave Australia, as good as it is here. Like I gotta admit, it's beautiful here, but and it's an easy life, you know, in terms of work and everything like that, and the money you make. But it's blood money. It's literally blood money because we are the bitches of the US, and you know, we go to the Middle East and steal other people's shit and kill innocent people to do it. So that's what Australia is. So don't visit. And Chinese tourists are a big part of you know, certainly a massive part of Australian tourism. But like, just wake up, like, please, everybody, stop supporting people with your money. Like, it's the least you can do. And yeah, your whatever few $1,000s that you would spend overseas will probably, in the grand scheme of things, won't make much of an impact. And you certainly shouldn't like, you know, just have this like massive, I guess, ego boost that you're doing this. But it should, like, because it's probably, in the overall scheme of things, it's not gonna do. It's more something you do for yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't think of it as this massive movement, like we're gonna boycott a country and then that's it. But we're gonna run out of cash. No, it's not about that. It's about doing it for yourself, for your own kind of like, yeah, your own. I want to say pride, but not really pride. Just your own. Like, why would you want to give racists or whatever bigots your money? Like, it's like, stop being a, what is it, a sadist or masochist? A sadist, right, is the one that, oh no, a masochist is the one that likes to get hurt. So you go into these places that want to hurt you, and they're literally lining up like a war with China right now. Like, why would you want to go? Unless you don't like China and you don't want to live there, which is fair enough. But if you actually are patriotic for China, don't go to these countries. Like, I'm not saying that because I don't want you to come to Australia. Like, I'd love it for you to enjoy Australia. I want to enjoy Australia. But while Australians have lost their collective mind, don't come here. Don't give us your money. Let Australia fail. Like, if that could be a thing, that would be great. Like, put some pressure on them to start doing the right thing, to stop with the nonsense and the discrimination and the sending weapons to Ukraine and the Nazi regime. Like, please do it. And because the sooner people get their heads back, like get their brain working again, the better it will be. And then I'll be able to come back to Australia again. So that's what I wanted to say. That's my New Year's message to you guys. Starting off on a very good note for this new year. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to say. All the best and have a good day. Bye.